Hello, everyone. I'm Tere Gonzalez. I'm here with the Plus Social Good community of innovators at the International Government Communications Forum. And today, I'm here with an amazing guest, the director of the Sharjah Entrepreneurship Center of Sharjah, Najla Al-Midfa. Welcome. Thank you very much for joining us.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. I wanted to ask you if you could share with our audience, how is the entrepreneurship landscape looking like in the UAE at large and also in Sharjah in particular?
Sure. Thank you for the interview. The entrepreneurial landscape in the UAE is a very exciting one, and you know the latest news and perhaps the biggest news is that we now have two unicorns in the region. That's Souk.com and it's Kareem, and which is inspiring a lot of other young and aspiring entrepreneurs to follow in their footsteps, rather than being job seekers, as was often said today, be job creators. And when you look at Sharjah, Sharjah has built itself as an educational hub. They have a university city, or we have a university city over here that features various universities and over 20,000 students currently studying there, in addition to 25,000 alumni. And they study a variety of subjects, you know, everything from business, law, engineering, through to medicine and design. And so we really want to take advantage of this talent base that we have. And this is why Sheikh Abdur bin Sultan Al-Qasimi, who is the chairperson of Sharjah Investment and Development Authority, Shuruq, came up with this platform that she wanted to create to help youth, which is students and recent graduates, start their own ventures. And we launched Shara', so Sharjah Entrepreneurship Center, also known as Shara'. Shara' means the sail of a boat, by the way. And we often say that we are the wind in their sails. So there is a meaning to that. And it was launched about a year ago. In 2016, and since then we've held over 50 inspirational events, trying to bring in as many young entrepreneurs that we can to inspire this new generation. And we've also introduced an incubator and an accelerator program. So an incubator where they spend almost up to a year developing their product or service till they have an advanced prototype ready. And then we have a very selective accelerator program that runs twice a year. It's a 3 or 4 month program where they get access to benefits such as a small grant. We help them with their business setup in terms of licensing. We help them with mentorship, expertise, access to pro bono services, and of course access to customers. The biggest thing that a young entrepreneur wants is access to customers. And so we've had just recently our first 10 startups graduate from Shara'. So that happened about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it was a very proud moment for us because His Highness Sheikh Dr. Sultan Al-Qasimi, ruler of Sharjah, also attended the event and listened to each of their pitches. So there were about 10 teams, and each one presented for 3 minutes, and he listened to all of them. So it obviously gave them, it meant a lot to them, and it gave them a sense of pride as well. The other thing that I was very proud about was that all of these teams had their parents in the audience as well. And I know initially the parents sort of thought that, this entrepreneurship perhaps is not the best route, why not go and get a stable job and so on. But I think just as their kids' mindset has changed, their mindset has changed too. And so after the event, a lot of them came to us and said, thank you so much for helping them. This has been one of our proudest moments to see them on stage and presenting in front of His Highness. And these startups continue. We had a lot of VCs and angel investors in the audience, a lot of private sector companies in the audience. So they continue to engage with these investors and these customers and clients, and continue to grow and scale their businesses.
Thank you very much, Najla. I wanted to ask you, since I work for the Young Americas Business Trust that works with entrepreneurs from Latin America and the Caribbean, I'm curious, after all this ecosystem, the entrepreneurship ecosystem that you are building, all the tools and all the talent that is concentrated here, what are the trends that you are observing? For example, in Latin America, we're seeing a lot of health innovation, tech, fintech, environmental entrepreneurship. What are you observing here? And if you could tell me, how can we build bridges between our regions?
So I think it's hard to say because we've only been in existence for a year, so it's hard to draw out any particular trends. I mean, when you look at our first batch, I would say 70% of the batch were tech-enabled, but In terms of the range of businesses, it was everything from a design company that produces pieces of art using wood, through to a platform that uses artificial intelligence and machine learning and natural language processing to help correct Arabic grammar. So it's a very wide range. I can tell you that one thing that we did introduce very recently, in fact just last month, is 3 new tracks in partnership with private sector companies. So one track was the sustainability and environment track. So Sharjah is positioning itself as the green capital of the region, and so it would make sense to try and encourage more environmental and sustainability startups to come out of Sharjah. We actually had one in our first batch. We also have a travel and tourism track. So we have our own low-cost airline here in Sharjah, which is Air Arabia, and they are we are doing the travel and tourism track in partnership with them. So we'll hopefully be seeing more startups in that space. And then finally, a track that I'm personally also very passionate about, which is a social enterprise track. And social enterprise also is obviously a very wide field, and will give opportunities to entrepreneurs such as education or healthcare, or even, for example, Arabic content, lots of different areas that fall into the social entrepreneurship track. So those are the 3 areas of focus that we're looking at the moment. Another big area that's very, very exciting for the students and for the ecosystem as a whole is fintech, obviously. So that's growing a lot. There's a lot of interest in fintech at the moment. So these, I would say, are the sort of 4 or 5 areas that we're seeing. But I would say primarily 70 to 80% are definitely tech enabled.
Thank you. Just to finalize, the Latin American region, the Caribbean region, and the Middle East can seem very different, but actually they have some things in common, or many things in common. Could you tell us in a few phrases, how do you think we can connect, we can exchange, and also how can we use entrepreneurship to advance sustainable development?
I absolutely agree with you. I think we have a lot in common, and we definitely need to do more to build those bridges. And maybe we can take this as the first example of bridge building. But we'd love to send more entrepreneurs and more ecosystem players to Latin America. So, for example, we are doing a tour from the region to North America to see the different startup hubs such as Detroit, Austin, Silicon Valley, DC, Boston. So maybe we should do the same in Latin America as well, and do a tour of that region, and vice versa. We'd love to have a delegation from Latin America come over and visit the different ecosystem players. We can also do something, and we've done it regionally in the MENA region, where we've actually connected with all the different universities who have centers for entrepreneurship, and we've created a network so that if I have an entrepreneur here in Sharjah who wants to expand to Egypt, for example, I now have a contact point in Egypt that I can introduce them to. And moreover, it's an opportunity for knowledge transfer as well between the 2 places. So I think there are many bridges that we can build over there, and I look forward to doing that over the course of the next few months and years. So hopefully this won't be your last visit to Sharjah. And the next time you're here, we'd invite you to come and visit us at the Sharjah Entrepreneurship Center.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Najla. And thank you to our followers, to our audience for tuning in. And we'll keep you posted on whatever is happening here at the International Government Communications Forum. Thank you very much.